Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Ace. Today we're looking at 5 sad deaths in video games. Now, I did a list like this long time ago when I was really just testing the waters with YouTube and editing. And so I thought, why not try it again and come up with some new ones this time? With this whole thing in mind, there's going to be spoilers abound, so spoiler warning in effect. And without further ado, let's talk about 5 sad deaths in anime. Let's get going. At number 5, we have John Shepard from Heavy Rain. While most people do know the story of the origami killer Scott Shelby and his quest to cover up his crimes as well as kidnapping sons and testing fathers resolve, they don't really understand why he went down this road. You see, a long time ago, when he and his brother were young, his brother died in an accident, having drowned to death while they were playing in a construction site. His father refused to help or was too drunk to really care, so Scott Shelby had to watch as his brother drowned right before his eyes. And as a kid, that really scars you. And in turn, I guess his transformation into a murderer stems from the fact that he's trying to find a father who will do whatever it takes to save his son. After looking back on how his brother just died and the life just drained from his eyes as he drowned, it's really hard to think about as a kid. How could you watch your own brother drown before your eyes and be powerless? It's messed up. Next on our list, we have Nicole Brennan from Dead Space. As you plays Isaac Clarke through this nightmare-infested, necromorph-filled spaceship, you're on a quest to find your girlfriend, Nicole, who is the chief medical officer of the Ishimura. And over the course of the game, everything takes a huge toll on you, but it's all for the greater cause of saving the woman you love. Or at least that's what it is on the surface. But by the time you reach the end of the game and bring the marker back to the world that the crew of the Ishimura pulled it from, it's revealed by one of your crewmates who betrays Isaac in the end to get the mark for themselves. It's revealed in a video that Nicole committed suicide before you even arrived on the ship itself. It's revealed she committed suicide because she didn't want to suffer a horrible fate at the hands of the necromorphs or become one of them, so she ended up committing suicide to circumvent this whole process, at least dying on her own terms. And while it is heartbreaking to find this out towards the end, you could have honestly known about this earlier because each mission, the first letter in each mission spells out Nicole's dead. So for the really sleuthy ones, you would have known this right away. But still doesn't change the fact that despite it all, the love of your life is gone. Our next death on the list is Kate McReary from GTA 4. Nico Bellic arrives in Liberty City to start a new life, as well as chase after some people who have wronged him in his past. Towards the end of the game, you have a chance to take revenge on one of those people, Darko Breivik, one of the people who betrayed his squad way back in the past and got 12 of them killed. However, this is also someone you were supposed to make a very lucrative deal with as it relates to your criminal organization and gang affiliations. If you decide to take revenge on the day of everybody's favorite cousin getting married, the love of your life, Kate, gets shot and killed. And Nico is left sad and broken because the love of his life has died, and it's his desire for revenge that led to this death. And as sad as it is to watch someone you love die, there's not really much else that could have been done, as even if you decided to not take revenge and do the deal, your favorite cousin gets shot and killed on his wedding day instead. So at the end of the day, death approaches no matter which path you choose. So I just had to give it to the one where you lose someone you fell in love with and gave your heart to. Revenge is a poison that corrupts even the greatest of us. But They never said it came without consequences. At number 3, we have Joel from The Last of Us Part 2. This sequel is always controversial for its own reasons, mainly this one. But, as I'm sure you know, everything catches up to you eventually. In the sequel to this amazing game, The Last of Us, Joel ends up running into Abby, one of the children of the Fireflies that he murdered while he was trying to rescue Ellie at the end of the first game. So as a result, Ellie is captured as well as Joel, and she has to watch as Joel is literally beaten to death by Abby and her being powerless to stop it. While it's sad to see such a beloved character, and an important character at that, being killed, at the same time, I'm just left with this thought of he kind of had this coming eventually. I understand why he saved Ellie at the beginning of the first game, as she filled the hole in his heart left by the fact that his daughter was killed early on, but at the same time, he also didn't have to murder the innocent doctors trying to synthesize a cure either, or some of the other innocent people along this way. Eventually, these things he's done, whether good or bad, was going to catch up to him at some point or another. So while it's sad to see him go, you can't help but at least understand why he had to die in the first place. You can't. No good deed or bad deed goes unpunished. Last but certainly not least, we have Cole Phelps from LA Noire. Cole Phelps was a rising detective from the LAPD, which made a great name for himself, solving crimes, murders, drug trafficking, the works. He also led into a bit of discovering corruption within the police department. Sadly, that didn't really get to go anywhere to find out the truth behind it all, seeing as it was revealed around halfway point of the game that he's been having an affair this whole time, and his career goes down the toilet as he's been transferred to the arson district instead. However, towards the end of the game, the woman he's been having an affair with has been captured by one of his old war buddies from his earlier years in revenge. And while he does end up rescuing her and stopping this guy, he's killed by the rush of water as they're escaping the sewers where she had been captured this whole time. And he dies, at least doing one bit of good left. The worst part about it all is the people he's investigating are there giving his eulogy at his death and funeral. So the bad guys end up getting away, and there's no real good resolution here. But the type of noir style type game, it still makes sense. There is no good. It's just more of a bittersweet end to one's tale. And there you have it, folks. That's our list. Hope you enjoyed. If you have some other deaths you'd like to talk about, be sure to leave them in the comments below and I'll get to reading them. If you want to check out more of our live content, you can always find us at twitch.tv/AceScorcher for more lovely streams and stuff Monday through Wednesday. And if you want, you can subscribe here and see all of our stream playlist here or our edited videos for other topics we'll talk about. So until the next time I see you, I've been Ace. You guys have been great. Have a great weekend. Bye.